Hello boys and girls, how are we doing? My microphone feels low. Everything feels low. What's going on? Hello? Hello? I'm reloading the game currently because I'm seeing if I've managed to get the kits done properly. So you'll have to bear with me for a minute while I try and figure out what's going on. I need my beverage. Very thirsty. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh goodness me, what's all this that's just gone on? Oh, we've got 5 gifted from Esprigo. Is it Esprigo or Sprigo? I feel like you've been around for about 10 years. And I think I rotate between the two things. But as you've just done 5 gifted, we should clarify. But thank you very much. That is very much appreciated. We've also got Offshore Wasted, who's in with 42 months. Alan is in as well with a sub. C. Holland has done a sub. Thank you very much to all of you S. Briggs. I'll get there eventually. I won't remember for next month, but I will try. Right, I think I've added the kits. I don't know where to see them in game. This isn't the official start of the stream. We'll do an intro in a minute before Topher freaks out. But where do we see the kits? I see that. Right, I've added the kits to the right folder. How do we reload the cache in FM26? I've not done any kind of modding in FM26. I had to create the graphics folder. So what do we do from here? The mic is peaking a bit and there is a hiss. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. It's probably because I'm leaning over it and being shouty at the start of the stream. Unless it's somehow taken my settings off. You don't reload the skill on FM26. Right, well I've already restarted the game, so it hasn't worked. I've done something wrong. I don't know what I've done wrong. I've put them into the folder. Hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you what I've done so you can see where they are. If I can load this up. So, they're in my Sports Interactive Football Manager 26. I created a folder called Graphics, and then here they are. Are they nested too far? Does it need to be just one big config file rather than one in each thing? I've literally just added what I've been sent. I mean, they do look so cool. I want to use them. Because how cool are these? Look at that. That's just a cool shirt. But you might need to delete the old ones. I mean, how would I do that? I haven't downloaded anything. There were no custom graphics on my game until this moment. So these are just the ones that come preloaded with the game. This isn't anything I've done myself. So there's nothing to delete. For me, they can't be in a folder. Right, okay. Let's try taking it all out of a folder then. So copy, take it all the way back up there, and paste. Surely that means the config files are going to just squash over each other. So we need to put all the config files together, don't we? So if we open that one up as well. I realise this is something I could have done before the stream. My counter to that is I wouldn't have done. So if you want it, this is how you get it. We do it on stream. We've got to, hold on, got to get all that right. So we don't need that one. That one is done, and then we need to move these. I don't know if this is going to do 2D and 3D or what. And then for the third kit, we need to edit that as well and take that and pop it into that original config file and make sure our formatting is pretty. It's all I learned at uni. And then we want to save this one and close it, and then we'll take those kits, copy them into there, then we can bin off the folders. Thusly, And then I guess reload the game. Is that what we're thinking? Reload the game and it'll work? Who thinks it's going to work? Yeah, Topher can use this as a short showing you how to add custom graphics. They need to be in a kit subfolder in graphics. Do we need one for kit and one for 3D kit? Does everyone else get the thing where when they open the game up it crashes the first time and then opens back up again? It's happened since the alpha for me. It gets about to here and then it'll close and go again, and the second time it'll open fine. But any second now it'll go and start again. Or it'll prove me wrong. And apparently it only happens sporadically. No, there it goes. And now it'll go again and it'll be fine the second time. I don't know why it does it. It's done it since the game existed. I flagged it at the time. They said not to worry about it. Every single time I've opened this game, that's happened. It's if you open it as a shortcut. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do open it as a shortcut. I'm not gonna go into Steam like a pervert and do it that way every time, am I? Well, wait. I'm definitely going to use the shortcut that that Matt made for me, because that also optimizes it as well. It's got Matt code on it, so I have to work with the Matt code. Right. It doesn't look like it's worked. Maybe we have to put them into the kits folder. We'll double check on it. Certainly the 3D one hasn't worked. Let's just go to... How do you go to the club? Club. No, right. Let's try putting them in a folder called kits then. This is fun, isn't it? Are we having a nice time? Do you want more of this kind of thing? Is this the kind of content you're here for? You can't even see what I'm doing at the moment, can you? Right, so kits. Boom. And now let's restart the game again. And let's see if it doesn't work this time, then we assume something is being done wrong. But we'll see. I can see Oisty on YouTube saying, "Did you do the kits?" I'm trying. I am working on it. Watch some lesser content creators like Jack's video on how to do this. I don't want to do it the way Jack does it. I want to do it right. Jack's a little weirdo who has to modify everything. If I was fiddling with the game to the extent Jack does, I'd rather just go and work in an office. He does far too much fiddly maintenance. Topher, change the colour of your name. I can't read it against the dark background Matt set me up with. Why he set me up on a dark background with my old man eyes, I do not know. Can I change this to a human light background on my chat so I can actually see it? Oh, I can turn off username colours. Ah, there you go. I've turned off username colours. It was stupid anyway. You're all grey like you're supposed to be now. It still hasn't worked. Are you and Anna going to be on an episode of Bargain Hunt like Jack and his wife? Tell me that's actually happened. That's phenomenal. No, obviously not, because we're cool. No, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If anyone knows what I'm doing wrong, let me know. But I don't really want to spend any more time on it when it's clearly just not working. I'll show you what I've got. So we've got the Football Manager 26 folder. I created a folder in that called graphics. Within that I've created a folder called kits. There we have the kits. Is it the word kit? On FM24 you never used to have kit in the file name. It would just be blah 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 away. Is it the word kit that's breaking it? Is it the code that's breaking it? Have we done something wrong here? On the config file? Yes! Yes, we have we? Hold on. Kits away. Yeah, these file names are different. Also, this isn't going to do the 3D either. But these file names are different. Is it in your documents folder? No, but my Sports Interactive folder is not in my documents folder. That shouldn't make a difference. Yeah, these file names are different. I don't know that it's as simple as even just removing the word kit. Because I still don't think the file names are right. We might have to do some shenanigans. La da da da. Da 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 da. Da da da. Where's that? Da 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 da. Da da da. Right. We are trying for the last time. Final try, boys and girls. Or we give up. Yes, it was a Superman theme. I'm not searching it on Google. That's not very good content. And I'll level with you. I'm not doing it when I'm not streaming because I've got other things to do. It needs to just work or happen whilst I'm live. Otherwise I just don't have time to dedicate to it. I'm a busy man. Got to be up early to get to the Lego store tomorrow. I don't think there is a way to reload the skin on FM26, apparently. Has my Lego arrived? No, it's coming in the morning. But I'm also going to the Lego store in the morning to buy more of it. That part of it hasn't worked. Are you sure there's no way to reload the skins, boys and girls? Yeah, if my Lego had arrived, I wouldn't be here. So it's probably for the best that it didn't. Hang on. That's not the same screen we had before. No, it's definitely not working. There you go. I'll leave it in your capable hands, boys and girls. One of you lot can sort it out for me. And as a group, if you can get together and give me a folder that I can just plonk into that graphics folder where it's all right to begin with, that'd be super. I'm not giving you the files though. You'll have to sort that out amongst yourselves. Right, where did we get to? Marinade, thank you for the sub. 27 months. Mushroom has done 7 months. Thank you very much. Let's do an intro for Topher, shall we? We have had a delightful start to our first season in the Championship, and now we just need to keep winning football matches, keep scoring goals, because we're going back to back to back all the way to the Premier League with a... what stadium? We have to share Stadium MK when we get to the Premier League. I am ending the save there, so I'm giving you early warning of that. I will not play at Stadium MK in a home match, ever. That adds some jeopardy, doesn't it? What Lego am I getting? All of the Pokemon Lego that comes out tomorrow. But it dispatched on Tuesday. Tomorrow will be fun at the Lego store. It kind of will be fun for me this time, because I'm going there with no jeopardy, because I've already got the sets. The sets will be delivered here while I'm there. So I'm just really there to make a video. I don't need to get there early. I don't need to stand at the back of the queue. I'll get there as the store is opening, so I can show how big the queue is. And then if the queue is like 2 hours long, I'll go and have a cup of coffee and come back when it's a bit shorter. I don't need to rush to get in to buy any Lego, because every single set that's coming out tomorrow is being delivered to me tomorrow. So I'm literally just there to make the video. So it is going to be less stressful than it often is. Right, Bonell wants more playing time, and I think it's utterly reasonable for him to ask for such a thing. Google says, and I quote, manually delete the cache folder in Windows. I'm not allowed to delete files. I mean, if this breaks everything, you can ring Matt and tell him what you've done. But I'm going to try. I'm going to do it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I'm doing it. I'm doing it now. But if this breaks everything, you can ring Matt. Because I'm not doing it. Because I'm surprised he hasn't locked these folders so I can't get into them. Alright. Here we go. Cache folder has been deleted. Now I'll restart the game again, I guess. Yeah, cache folder is gone. We load up again. What's the worst that could happen, eh? Have a bit of faith, boys and girls. Ben found it on Google. Google. You've heard of Google, right? It can't be wrong if it was on Google. It's like a real grown-up website. I do have a degree in computer science, yes. It didn't extend to adding graphics to Football Manager, though, believe it or not. And I haven't written a line of code in like 15 years. Right, here we go. Are we about to see 3D Bedford kits in the background? Or is it all going to be broken? And really slow as it rebuilds the cache? Because I do know enough about computer science to know the purpose of the cache is to make everything run a bit quicker. So everything is going to be loading up for the first time. So it is going to be a bit slow. Oh, no. What a waste. I don't think it's broken anything. But at the same time, I hope it's not deleted my tactics or anything. That would be unfortunate. No. Never mind. We'll concentrate on playing some football matches. It's alright. We don't need to worry. Let's all do a football. Let's all do a football. The fear I felt. That's what you get for Googling stuff, frankly. Alright. At least the save's still here. The save was never going anywhere. There was never any jeopardy there. The reason my Sports Interactive folder's not in documents or wherever someone said it should be is because it all saves into my Dropbox so that it's all safe and protected at all times. So even if my house explodes, my saves are fine. Right, we promised Bonell game time, didn't we? Which means we are going to have to drop Johnny Day. Unfortunately, it is the way of things. We're manually dropping Johnny Day. Who thought this day would ever come? If we lose, Bonell's straight out of the team again. We're only doing this for as long as it takes him to stop being grumpy. Ba, 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 ba. Has it reset all my settings? No, I don't think it has. So that's good. Swabbed. It's a good name. Good name for this match. How are we doing in the league? We're 4th in the league, for a little bit of context for you boys and girls. And we're good at set pieces now, so we're going to do a long throw. It's going to go there. He's going to flick it on. That's not what I asked for, but McGilligot's going to score anyway, because that's what he does. Come on then. 70 offside. McElligott doesn't get offside. Boo and hiss. Right. Bear with me, boys and girls. I'm just seeing if I can stop my mic from peaking. I have got some manual gain on there. Shall I turn that off? There you go. You'll probably need to turn your volume up a little bit now, but that should stop me from peaking. I had that on when my microphone was broken. Forgot to tell Matt. Forgot to turn it off again. So I've done an entire stream with that on. But it is now fixed. Do you want to see my colouring, by the way? I bet you do. I've been practising my colouring some more. So I finished my... That's not the book. I've got too many. I've got 5 colouring books now. It is becoming a problem. Are we going to score a goal here? Just bear with me while we score a football goal. No, we didn't score. So... Where's the one that I did? I'm sure it was in this book. Should be easy to pick out the page that's been coloured, you would think. Oh, there we go. I've got a crocodile guy. Crocodile guy. I think I'd already done that one. I'm sure I did another one in here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So I got partway through that one. But I definitely have finished one in here. Oh, there it is. This was the first time my colour blindness became an issue. Because I'm red, green, brown colourblind. The first attempt at this one, I had to go over it with another pen. Because the first attempt, her face was red. Because I thought it was right doing it red. Anna corrected me. But now, because I've done 3, I've allowed myself to start doing my Pokemon one. So I'm partway through doing page 1 of the Pokemon book. I'm partway through colouring a Magikarp. So I've had a Pokemon day in anticipation of Pokemon Day. Like I say, I've been a busy guy. Don't have time to do Football Manager stuff. I've been colouring in. I've got my priorities right. Weirdly, the chat doesn't seem to be full of colouring talk. Almost as if nobody cared about the last 2 minutes of content, which I'm a little bit upset about. I think it was quality. Very sad. Right, why are we not winning? We've not had a shot on target. What's going on? Where are these books available? Bookshops. Which seems like a wang answer, but genuinely, go into Waterstones, they'll be in there. Look on Amazon, they'll be there. You can also get them on TikTok Shop, but they're a little bit more expensive on TikTok Shop. Zealand did a video where he watched a Kev stream and said it was a variety hour as I didn't comment on the match. He'd love this. I mean, I consider that me showing a little bit of respect to you as the viewer. Because I've watched Zealand's stream. Shall I give you some commentary on my big criticism of Zealand's stream? Do you need me to tell you what's going on in the match? Are you so stupid that you can't just watch what I'm doing and take from that what is happening? Do you really need that level of hand-holding and explanation? I'm now taking off my left back. I'm going to replace him with a different left back. I will just move him forward and then put him back again because that's what I do. Do you need that? I mean, if you... I apologise for suggesting it was a measure of your intelligence. If you need that, if that's the key, I'm happy to do that because that sounds like a lot easier than thinking of something interesting to say. Oh, look, this guy's got the ball now. I wonder where he's going to kick it. Oh, he kicked it to them. This is a disaster. And now they're kicking the ball over this side. That guy's got the same name as me. Oh, is that not quite describing the football enough, though? That's the problem there. Oh, and now he scored. Oh, curses. Where's that? Get me a pass map so I know why he scored. I mean, I credit you with a little more intelligence. Maybe that's his audience. Maybe it is, eh? Right, we're going attacking. We're getting back into the game. We were doing so well until you lot made me reset the game 8 times. Any hope of good form being left in our RNG is long gone. We have officially ruined everything. We've reloaded the game 30 times and dropped our best player of the last 5 seasons. And we expected to come into this game and do anything but lose. Got no issue with it. He was trying to figure out how you have 7 streamer showdown wins and he has 2. Because I'm better at the game than him. Much smarter than him. Much better at the game than he is. And capable of being better at the game than he is whilst talking about something else. I've got that wonderful skill of being much better at it than he is. Whilst also looking like I'm not even paying attention. Yeah, much taller than him as well. Much taller, rock solid hairline. Now we're criticising Bonell. This is his reason for not being in the team then, isn't it? When was the last time we lost before that game? A little while. Never make me reset the game again, folks. You've ruined everything. Boo and hiss. Did I see Swansea's record before me? No, because I'm not a dweeb. Why would I be looking at that kind of thing? I'm not a nerd. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Right, he's not going to play. He can be a squad player. Don't be ridiculous. We'll go and play for someone else then. Simple. We haven't got the facilities to make you into a championship footballer and you're not one currently. So either shut up and be a reserve or go and play for somebody else. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Sort that stuff. Bub, 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 bub. Floyd has hurt himself. Bless him. Bless his cotton socks. Right, but bear with me a moment, boys and girls. I am... Oh, hold on. Got a notification from my bank. That's never good. What on earth do they want? Hello, bank. Can I help you? We've done the heavy lifting. We've pre-filled the boring bits. Get an insurance quote and get back to business in minutes. No, thank you. Thank you very much for the offer. What I was actually doing is checking to see if I have a delivery time for my Lego tomorrow yet. No. It's on its way to Hinckley, apparently. If anyone works at the DPD Hinckley depot, if you can get that to me tonight, I'll give you 20 English pounds in the form of cash currency. Teddy Bloomfield's got a torn ACL. I think that's the first torn ACL I've had on FM26. That's not ideal. Bank stopped buying Lego. My bank loved me buying Lego. Every time I buy Lego, they get a transaction fee. They love it. I've got Lego coming tomorrow too. Is it Pokemon Lego? Are you a cool guy as well? And I can't even spend the weekend building it because I'm at a Lego convention on Saturday and then I'm at the Lego store again on Sunday for another new release day. So I won't even get to build it until Monday. What a tough life. You can just leave permanently. You're not good enough. Swing by Nuneaton after Hinckley and pick up the special K. Maybe. Well, I don't even know where Hinckley is. The only time I've ever heard the word Hinckley is it probably doesn't even exist anymore, but I used to be a mortgage advisor, remember? I'm sure there was a Hinckley and... Was it the Hinckley Building Society? I feel like it might have been the Hinckley and Rugby Building Society. So I assume it's fairly near Rugby. And I do know where Rugby is because I stopped there on my way to Birmingham to get a Pret. So I assume it's within an hour of my house. So if it's legitimately sat on a shelf in Hinckley now, I will drive to Hinckley. If you work at the Hinckley DPD depot and you're on shift now, firstly, you should be working, processing my Lego, not messing around watching this stream. But if you are working and you want to meet me in the car park in about 65 minutes, I'll be there. Isn't Hinckley? Yeah, I assume Hinckley's relatively local, or else that wouldn't be the depot it was at. What's Topher confused about now? Has Topher not been paying attention? I did not offer somebody out for a fight, no. I'm hoping somebody here works at the DPD depot in Hinckley, where my Lego currently is, and can meet me in the car park with it. As if I'd ever lower myself to being a meathead who needs to fight. I'm intelligent enough to not have to resort to violence. Missed the button there. I've never had to do violence in my life. Partly because I'm a large man and people choose other options with me. And partly because I'm not thick enough to need to get to violence. It's oddly endearing that a 42-year-old man can be... Who's 42 around here? Certainly not me. He was being a dad. I managed to do that while watching the stream. Yeah, exactly. I'm being a dad right now, Topher. It's not hard. That's not no excuse for not paying attention. Kev dogging is not an image I need in my head. There's loads of videos of me dogging on YouTube. Back when we were daily vlogging, there'd be a dogging section most videos. Is 29-30 too young to start binning players off to bring through the next batch of players? Why are you letting old men hang around your club? As soon as they hit 24, I'm like, oh, they are getting on a bit now. They're not going to get any better at this point, are they? Galactic Gaz, thank you very much for the super sticker. What a hero. We've not scored a goal yet tonight. I've been streaming for 32 minutes and not yet scored a goal. How's Dave? Old. He's an old gentleman now. Pop 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 pop. Boing. Do 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 do. Come on! Can we do a goal? I've got Johnny Day back in for this match. After Bonell was rubbish in the last one. Why is there nothing happening up here? What's normally up there? You telling me nothing has happened in the entire match? Not even a yellow card? Psh. Lovely catch. I might have to go and make a top-up halfway through the stream because I thought I had more left than that when I started the stream. That's my one from earlier today. It's my go-to beverage all day long now, this delicious holy stuff. But, yeah, so I didn't make a fresh one for the stream, and I am down to less than a third of a flask. It's not okay. Now I'm being paid to drink it for the next 2 hours. I need a bit more of it to drink. Johnny Day's in. Do a football. Good. Good work. Good work. Football goal. Surgical precision and lots of glitching and lagging. That's what I want to see. What flavour of Holy? As usual, I'm on the lime, mint and matcha. But I might make a different flavour. They sent me some of these boxes of various teas because they know I'm into the tea. So I've got classic iced tea. And that's the milkshakes we still haven't tried. I've got more boxes. I think they're still in my suitcase because I took them on the cruise. But I have got boxes of various flavours of tea as well that I can try. We might be experimental. Live taste test. Make pineapple. I'm not going to make pineapple. That's already in the little box of flavours. Anna has her own box of stuff she can have because I know I'm not going to want it. And pineapple is definitely in that category. I am not a pineapple man. Do a milkshake. 300 subs and I'll do a milkshake. It's been the rule all along. I'm not allowed to have that much milk and I won't allow it. But if we get to 300 subs, forget that. When we get to 300 subs, we'll celebrate with a milkshake. Yeah, Anna's been drinking the cherry energy. She likes to make a double flask, like the big 1 litre one, and do a scoop of cherry and a scoop of cola. Whoa, what was that? We just had the flash on the pitch. That's new. As I was saying, that was interesting. The Dark Pete, thank you very much for 20 months. Here for the milkshake. That's the spirit. Yeah, she likes a scoop of cola with a scoop of cherry, and then it's like a cherry cola, which is her favourite cola flavour. So that's Anna's tip of the day, if you're looking for Anna Holy tips. That was the cash flash, was it? Right, can we have a late winner, please, for us to clarify? New channel coming, Anna's tips. I tried to get her to do that when FM25 was cancelled. She just refused to download the app. Oh, tips! That makes more sense. Can Anna read an auto cue? Of course she can. Kevin did a funny. It's what I do. It's what I'm here for. What flavours of milkshake are there? Let's get us to 300 subs tonight. I haven't even opened the milkshake. Oh no, it's tea again. Why do these boxes keep swapping? Who's messing with my boxes? Right, so these are the milkshake flavours. So we've got vanilla. So I guess that's a vanilla beast that is on that one. Vanilla comes from sheep, I guess. And then we've got banana, which comes from monkey. I assume this is what the pictures are about. Telling you what animal you have to milk to get this flavour. We've got hazelnut, which has a cat on it. So if you milk a cat, you get hazelnut. We've got strawberry, which has some kind of lizard. Strawberry milkshake, aka lizard's milk. And then we've also got caramel, which is what comes out of a cow. They actually do sound quite pleasant. I do like a banana milkshake. Can we have 300 subs, please? I'd quite like to try a banana milkshake. If that could be arranged. Ah! Ba 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 ba. Right, who are we playing? Blackburn? That confused me for a minute there. That's me, but it's not me in this universe. Come on then. Let's win our first match of the night. Bonell or Day up front. We don't want to risk losing Bonell, but we've also not won a match with him in the team. But then we also didn't win with Day back in the team. I think we have to rotate them until Mr. Grumpy stops being grumpy. Johnny Day's just accepted being downgraded to squad player. So we could even just start Bonell and not even worry about rotating them, and Day won't get unhappy about it. He kind of knows he's topping out, I guess. He's just a good guy, a mature gentleman. Have we hit the mid-season slump? No, we've reloaded the game 30 times and it's broken everything. Have they released another patch or something? I refuse to accept any personal responsibility for anything in my life. 3 strikers. We can't do 3 strikers. We have 2. Our wingers are too good. Interestingly, Blackburn don't have Higgins up front. They have got Tyjon, but no Higgins. Oh, Higgins is out wide, actually. There's Higgins. So they've got him, but he's not playing as striker. That seems insane. Absolutely insane. 4-4-2. Come on. I mean, we literally are doing 4-4-2. That's what this is. It's just 4-4-2 that works in the match engine. You have to push the wide players forward and push the midfield players back. It's just 4-4-2 on Championship Manager with the arrows. So we've got the wingers with the arrows going forward and the midfielders with the arrows going back. But it is a 4-4-2. More! Four, 2-2-2. Topher, time him out. I'm not having FIFA talking here. That's unacceptable. I think you must be putting the kits in the wrong folder. I've just uploaded them to my graphics folder and they work fine. Could be something to do with the Dropbox location. I mean, I can't move it out of the Dropbox. Do I have cutlery in your house that nobody else is allowed to use? I mean, I've got my shell spoons. But yeah, I've got some spoons that are my spoons. I think that's pretty normal. Everyone has their own spoons, surely. I'm not enjoying watching Blackburn beat me. I don't know what to do. Everything was working so well. And now everything is not. I will hydrate. Maybe that is the answer. I don't even think the spoons thing is necessarily an autism thing. Surely any normal person has their own specific spoon. Just like I've got my own mugs that are my mugs. And I'll only use particular knives and forks. I won't use. We've got knives and forks that I won't use because they're not right. But I think that's normal. Everyone has preferences on that kind of thing, surely. I'm not just going to randomly use any fork like a maniac. Well, it was fun being good, and then you lot ruined it with your kits nonsense. I've got my own fork that I use for Chinese curries. I've used it for 46 years. Nice. What happens when you're at a restaurant? I make sure that I've got the right kind of fork. Miguel got. Do you have your own special spoon just for eating Fray Bentos straight out of the tin? I don't eat Fray Bentos anymore. I cut my finger on a Fray Bentos tin and they've just never tasted the same since. They're so dangerous. I mean, I do carry with a spork. I almost had my sporks confiscated at Disneyland because they have a serrated edge. It's a spork with a serrated edge, so it's like a spork knife. I've got 2 of those that are acceptable eating implements. So if the tools on offer to me are not right, I can use my own. So I do carry with my own. I do travel with my own eating equipment. Mrs. Topher had a Fray Bentos tonight and cut her finger whilst opening the tin. I mean, it's part of where the flavour comes from in a Fray Bentos pie. All the blood they generate. But ever since I had to start taking blood thinners, unnecessarily slicing my finger with a pie, it feels like I'm always doing 2 birds with 1 stone there. Less pies means I might be able to come off the blood thinners at some point, and also don't really want to cut myself with blood thinners because I then bleed a lot. So when you're able to do 2 birds with 1 stone and all you've got to sacrifice is a really bad tasting pie, it's pretty easy. Right, come on, let's get back into this. Miguel got again. The comeback is on. But Bonell's no part of it. It's all set up for Johnny Day to come on and score the winner. Oh, or is it? What a man. What a man. I always get credited Bonell. It's McGilligot. McGilligot second half hat-trick. What a spectacular human being he is. What happened to Valentine? We got rid of him. Wasn't good enough. Collateral damage as part of our charge up the leagues. He was a good League 2 player. He was never going to be a Championship player. He couldn't get in the starting 11 in League 2. Right, Johnny Day is on. We've scored 3 identical goals in 15 minutes. Blackburn don't know what's going on. They're so confused about what's just happened. They got to 3-0 and were like, yeah, that's job done for today. Well done, lads. Hang on. What's this giant man just done to us? We're staying attacking. I want the Johnny Day moment. Come on. Come on. Right, here we go. They've released him in the Johnny Day channel. He loves it out there. Oh, lays it off to Cartwright. What a buffoon. He's never going to score from there, is he? We've had 29% possession in this match. Imagine if we grab a late winger. Of all the injustices in football history, it's Johnny Day! Oh, the flag's up! Oh, that's so upsetting. Oh, come on. That would have been quite enjoyable. Oh, now they're going to score, aren't they? No, release him. There he is, Johnny Day in his own half. He can't do much from there, but he's given it to Edwards. Edwards, just lay it back across to him. He's found McGilligot. That's his fourth. Frankie McGilligot has just single-handedly beaten Blackburn from 3-0 down. McGilligot's just been like, nah, actually. Kev said that I wasn't good enough to play for Blackburn. I won't have it. He is ridiculous. It doesn't even matter who's on the wing. Just keep crossing him in. A 10 out of 10 performance from McGilligot. What a human being. Don't mess it up for me, you bunch of plums. Does he want 5? I mean, he's flicked it on basically to himself there. This is probably where we should drop back to the 5 with Shorrock. Drop him back to left back, but we haven't. And, oh my word. Because Gashi can play centre-back, Shorrock can play left-back. We probably should have done it. We didn't need to do it. That was easy. We're back, everybody. We're back. He's back. What a time to be alive. I mean, he's just... There's not even any explaining it. Oh, hello. I mean, we're not worried about any of them. But... attribute dweebs. Explain it. Explain it. Is it literally just that? He's got finishing of 9. And that's his goal record. With finishing of 9. It's literally that. His heading's only 10. It's literally just that. That's all you need. Because he's not quick. It's not even all of his physicals. It's that one. It's the fact he's 6'6" and plays like it. He doesn't have a release clause, I don't think. No. I mean, I am tempted to offer him a pay rise. He doesn't want to sign under any circumstances. We lack the financial muscle to meet his demands. Good job he's here for another 3 years then. We'll be in the Premier League before we need to give him a new contract. So we should be okay. What a player. He must be top scorer in the league, you would think. So why do you still have to go through so many loops to find top goal scorer? Yeah, there he is. Top goal scorer. I mean, Johnny Day is 6th. Johnny Day's been no slouch with the goals this year. He's not miles behind. But yeah, that is absurd from McGilligot. Yeah, he's young. He's got his whole career ahead of him. Is he in the Dream 11? You would think he would be with this goal return. Nope. Bunch of Everton turds. Turding up the place. do, 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 do. That's what made his explosion when he arrived so spectacular. He was like 20 when we signed him. Did I just see Sweetheart Patrick as a top scorer? I don't think you did. Where would you have seen that? How have Everton still got Dibbling in the Championship? Because we're 7 years in the future and they've only just got relegated, I guess. I mean, it is a pretty strong Everton team. Where are the... There we go. Try that again. Yeah, they've got some players on some big money who probably shouldn't still be playing for them in the Championship. What happened with Bricktastic? I had a lovely weekend. Nothing happened, really, other than having a lovely weekend. There's plenty of videos about it on the channel if you want to see what I got up to. I had a lovely time. There we go. Luton. Let's beat them. Oh dear. He can't even do his kickoffs anymore. Johnny Day was the master of the kickoff. Now it's all gone wrong. Oh, an interception. And off he goes. Johnny Day on the charge. Oh, a cross is it? I wonder who'll get on the end of a cross. Oh, apparently he will. We need to aim our crosses from both sides at McGallagher. Annoyingly, only the ones from the right-hand side get to him because he's then at the far post. We don't seem to be able to hit him at the near post from the left-hand side. Is he washed? I hope they're all washed. All the running around they're going to do. Imagine if they went into this dirty. The smell. Football goal. Need to watch the latest Block Party video? Yes, you do. And the latest Non-Native Legend? Yes, you do. Been watching too many videos about ships and maritime mysteries. Well then, my shirt should appeal to you. I've got a ship shirt on. McGallagher does get a lot of headed goals, but none of them crossed in from the near side. They're always coming in off the opposite wing to the side he's on. Washed is youth talk for not good anymore. I'm fully aware. I'm just not going to acknowledge it in this platform for mature discussion. Washed means you've had a wash. And I won't accept any alternate meanings for it. McGallagher. Come on then. Did you hear they're trying to make a miniature Wonderland equivalent in London? I didn't hear that, but that's very exciting. If a little annoying because I want to do it myself, but made out of Lego. But I'm probably 5 years away from being able to do it. Set the crossing instruction to near post. Oh, I'm not going to mess with that. That sounds complicated. He's not exactly lacking for goals, is he? I need to watch them before tomorrow because the new Resident Evil game is out. I mean, it's Pokemon Day tomorrow, so I've got my Pokemon colouring to do. I'll have my Pokemon Lego to build. They're re-releasing Leaf Green and Fire Red on Switch, the Switch Online store. So I'm going to get them downloaded at midnight. We've got Pokopia out next week. I think I was charged for that today. I'm going to be Pokemon guy for like the next month. I might even start playing Pokemon Go again. Because I'll be that excited. Still doing cards. No, I had to sell all my Pokemon cards to pay for Lego. And I said I had to choose one. So I sold most of my sealed collection to pay for us moving house a couple of years ago. And then I sold pretty much everything else last summer when we were at the high point of FM25 cancellation struggle. If Lego takes off even more, could go back to cards. I don't know that I want to. I don't really have time for it. I mean, I'm genuinely... There's no way what I'm doing at the moment is sustainable. Something's got to give at some point. I'm just kind of letting it settle itself and decide for itself what that is. But I'm obviously doing daily Football Manager. I'm streaming a couple of times a week Football Manager. I'm doing daily Lego YouTube. I'm streaming Lego a couple of times a week. I'm doing 2 or 3 Lego TikToks a day. I'm doing the podcast. I've got the vlog channel up and running again. The vlog channel has had nearly as many views as Lelujo in the last month. I genuinely think if the Florida trip gets the same kind of reaction the cruise did, I genuinely think May this year, Lelujo will only be my 3rd highest paying channel. Both Block Party and the vlog channel will be ahead of it, which is mad. Quick Lego question. Any idea what the gift with purchase will be tomorrow? I don't think there is one other than the Pokemon. I think tomorrow is literally just about Pokemon, and then the rest of the new releases are on Sunday, and we'll get a new gift with purchase then, which I think is the new little Shops of the World set. But yeah, tomorrow is just... If you're not buying Pokemon, don't go to the Lego shop tomorrow. That's what it's for. That's why it's coming out. I mean, it's convenient that it's also Pokemon Day, but it's deliberate that they're separating it from the other big new release day. Tomorrow, only go if you're after Pokemon stuff. The vlog channel works when you do new things. Yeah, but the thing with the vlog channel in the past is it never paid for itself. It never got to, that's why we had to knock Best Thing From on the head. We could never get it self-financing the way Lego became. So it's why it's always been so sporadic, because we've always had to pay for the stuff we do on that channel out of the money we make from the other channels. But for the first time, the cruise content has paid for the cruise, which opens us up to... well, if that becomes a thing that happens consistently, we could do much more frequent travel content if we can finally get it paying for itself, which has been the dream for 10 years. That's all. That's the channel I always wanted right from the start. I wanted a travel channel that would allow me to go and see the world and get paid for it. That's always been the goal. So it's exciting. I might finally be able to do my US road trip in a year or two. Probably not the time to do it now, but yeah, there's lots of doors it potentially opens if we can get that channel self-financing. We could bring back Best Thing From. Oh yeah, absolutely. The Lego audience is watching the vlog. That's the big difference maker. Loads of people have come over because the cruise was positioned as the Lego cruise. Loads of people, particularly on TikTok, were watching the Lego cruise and then came over to YouTube to watch the vlogs. Did I find the library and board game bar on Iona? I did. I sent a picture of it to my kids saying, because they've always been a little bit reluctant to come on a cruise. And I was like, if you come on a cruise, this is where you will spend all your time, because they're both big readers and big drinkers. So it'd be like a creche. They're both adults, but just drop them off in the in the young in the young adult crash, the early 20s crash. There you go. There's books, there's board games, there's booze. I'll see you in a week. I'm off to the casino. There's your posture check. Have you had any thoughts on what you'd like to see in FM27? I mean, literally just a finished game. I'll take the finalised vision of what FM25 was supposed to be as FM27, and then once we've got a finished working game that everyone's happy with, then we'll worry about new features. Put everything back in that they took out, that they planned to put back in. Show us what they were actually trying to make in the first place. Have it finished and working so everybody comes back and enjoys it again. And then have that as the new starting point. And then we'll worry about new features for 28. Do you pull slots or play table games? I don't know how to do slot machines. I've never understood it. So we had a little bit of a go on roulette, and I like playing blackjack. So I'm not brave enough to play poker with people, but I don't mind a bit of blackjack. I don't like gamble. We just have a little go because it's there. But yeah, I don't know how to use slot machines. I've never really understood them. Almost every month, McGilligot has been a Bedford player. He's won Player of the Month. Not Bedford Player of the Month. Player of the Month for the league that he's playing in. Doesn't say how many times he's won Player of the Month, does it? Which is annoying. How is he only worth 9 million? Because I imagine, attribute-wise and current ability-wise, he's probably not very good. But he just breaks the match engine. Do you see a scenario where you stop making FM content if the Lego and vlog channel keep growing? No. I think there's potentially a scenario in the future where I stop streaming FM. I'd never stop playing it though, because I've played it for 30 plus years. So I'm never going to stop playing it. And if I'm playing it, I may as well make non-league to legend. I can certainly see a potential scenario, probably not this year, probably not even next year, but maybe a year or two down the line, where I just do non-league to legend and come back and do that every year. Or maybe do just content during the football season and have the summer off. I mean, the ideal, I guess, would be FM content during the football season, then the summer off to do a load of travel stuff that I can then... Johnny Day can't do stuff anymore. I don't know. Who knows? That's what I mean about I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing now and wait for something to break, wait for something to give, and then figure it out from there based on where we are at the time. But yeah, I'm always going to be doing FM content. I'm certainly at the point where I don't even need people to be watching for me to carry on doing it because it's just fun. It's Johnny Day! But yeah, it's not Johnny Day. He's always offside. But yeah, streaming might drop off at some point. Not at the moment. I mean, in all honesty, I can see the stream numbers. If Holy hadn't come in and sponsored us when they did, I probably wouldn't be streaming FM now. But for as long as Holy are paying to sponsor, then we keep going because they make it worth doing. But you all saw how sporadic streaming got when we lost NordVPN. We had them as sponsor for like 3 years, and then it really was difficult to justify streaming from a financial perspective without a sponsor, and that doesn't change. But I don't think Holy are going anywhere. They seem very happy with what we're doing. We're talking about all sorts of other ways we can work together. They've just sponsored the cruise on the vlog channel. We've been bouncing around a few ideas for potential other stuff we can do across the channels. So, yeah. Oh, Andrew, thank you very much for some bits. Do love a bit of bits. But yeah, to answer the question, don't worry, FM content's never going anywhere. We need another legendary YouTube video like you did for the East Fife save. The first stream was amazing. I don't... What did I do? I don't remember what the video was. That's just not happening for FM26. It's just not going to happen. I see the numbers everyone else is getting on FM26. There is no way during FM26 I'll stream to 1,000 people. He doesn't just score headers. Oh my word, what a goal. Look at this. He's getting fancy. I haven't been to look at the new office yet. I'm hopefully going early next week. I'm not certain I can take the plunge on it just yet. I don't know that the finances work out. I mean, the whole idea of a 3-year commercial lease where I have to pay the utilities and stuff, it's terrifying. And I don't think we're quite ready to do it financially. Realistically, I need to do 10 grand up front to pay the deposit and kit it out. So you're looking at 10 grand probably up front. And then £1,500 a month, and I can't justify it yet. I don't think. Yeah, the office will just be for the Lego content. Yeah, 6 months too early seems about. Yeah, you're probably about right there. That's at the start of the year. That's definitely what I was aiming at. Kind of summertime. It's just come along a little bit too early, and it might be that I mean the reason we're looking now is because it's so perfect. It's bigger than I thought I'd ever be able to get at a price that will be affordable a little bit further down the line if everything continues to grow the way it is. But it's at the moment, right now, today, it's an enormous risk that we probably shouldn't take when we're still officially in recovery mode from FM25. Realistically, if we hadn't already booked the Florida trip, we'd probably be like, okay, yeah, we can do that. But we can't take two huge money gambles at the same time. Roughly how many viewers do you need to keep streaming FM viable with you from a financial perspective? What, with no sponsor? We'd need to be averaging 1,000 viewers a stream, probably, for it to be long-term viable without a sponsor. And I've never hit that kind of average. Ask Holy to sponsor the office and give them naming rights. I mean, I said we've talked about things we could potentially do. But I don't know how much money you think they pay me. It's not enough to cover all that I was just talking about. They've got Franny Troon. Didn't I sign him for Wigan, maybe? The main question will be if Anna can... Yeah, the stairs is crucial. It's 3 flights of stairs, which she should be fine with. It's only a problem if there's no banisters. That's the thing. If there's banisters, she'll be fine. But if there's no banisters, then she wouldn't be able to do it. So just rule it out completely. But certainly size-wise, it's absolutely perfect. The fact it's even already split into an area that's ideal for like a streaming and building room and display room, and then a bigger area to put the city in, it's absolutely perfect. Apart from the fact it's 3 stories up with no lift. And it's now rather than in 6 months' time. I wasn't even looking for it when I found it. It was the night we got back from the cruise, and I was actually searching to see about shops because I'd been to a couple of really cool shops, and I was like, I wonder how much a shop would be. Is it viable? Is it something to explore? I didn't find a shop that was anywhere close to affordable, but that came up when I was looking for shops, and I was like, oh god, that looks good. For security reasons, surely having a story or two would be a good thing. Yeah, it's not a problem that it's up in the air. It's a problem that there's no lift and got to get all that stuff up and down the stairs. Would you prefer that office or a shop? I'd prefer the office. Anna would probably prefer a shop. But as I've discussed with Anna, she's not really in a position to run a shop on her own yet, like physically, and I haven't got time to run a shop. Running a shop is a full-time job on its own. I can't run my 3 channels, do all the travel I want to do, and also work in a shop 7 days a week. So for me, a shop's a non-starter. But further down the line, when we're in a position where Anna can like manage it and have some staff, it's something we'd love to do. But yeah, the office would really take Block Party to another level now. Yeah, exactly. Shop's very labour intensive. And like it immediately knocks the idea of any kind of travel on the head. Realistically, setting up a new retail business, you're not having a day off for the first 2 or 3 years. So there'd be no travel at all for like 2 or 3 years. So that immediately kills that channel and that income stream. So it becomes even more expensive to do. So yeah, it's a non-starter doing a shop. For now. It's on the long-term things we'd like to do list. What would we sell in shop? Lego. We'd do an independent Lego shop. Like the ones we looked at when we were in Gouda and Bruges. That kind of shop is awesome. But we just can't do it. There's nowhere to do it, and we don't have the time to do it. My uncle ran a greengrocer's. He lived above it and worked himself into a breakdown. Yeah, retail's rotten. It's not something we can do unless it becomes like a luxury, vanity, like fun thing on the side that we effectively own and finance and have like creative control over, but can pay someone else to actually do the hard work. We're never going to be in a position to physically run a shop full time. Jay Schutz, thank you very much for the 27 months. And getting a shop off the ground is hard enough without having to factor in salaries for a manager and a couple of members of staff and us not actually working in it. Just turning up every now and again to make some videos and be like, oh yes, it is fun here. Plus, geographically, we're not in a great location for doing it either. Not enough rich people near us. Kev just wants to shop to himself on new Lego Day, exactly. Oh, nearly. Given everything you've been through in the past, could the shop be targeted? I mean, I guess it could be, but that's what the police are for. Anything could be targeted, and I've got no issue with filing police reports. And that's usually enough to scare people away. Reddit users don't leave the house. Yeah, exactly. Right, come on, let's do another football. Pouring rain, ideal for... Nearly. Do independent shops get access to new Lego day one? If they're authorised Lego retailers, yeah. They have to like have the contract with Lego, and they won't get the exclusive stuff. Like they won't get the Pokemon stuff tomorrow. They'll get it in a couple of months. But most of the stuff that comes out on Sunday will be in the independent shops as well. It's just the big headline stuff that is exclusive for a few months usually. You could create your own set to sell. Well, you say that. That's something that probably is going to happen at some point relatively soon. We have spoken to a few options about doing something like that. So watch this space as far as having block party sets. That is probably quite likely to happen. I would say potentially even before we have the new office even. Could you start off a bricklink shop in the office? Yeah, we've talked about it. It's not something we can do with our current setup. It is something we could do if we got the new office. So yes, that is something we've talked about, and potentially doing a bricklink shop as a step towards it. Have to sell it at a loss to stop the outrage. What outrage? I don't think there would be any outrage. One of the best pieces of advice I ever got as a content creator was that if nobody hates you, you're doing it wrong. You're not taking enough risks. You're not experimenting enough. You're not being your real self. They've had one shot and scored. But yeah, I'm not in this to have everybody like me. I don't mind if people don't like the way I go about things. Enough people do like it, and that's fine. People will moan about the price. Yeah, but I don't care what those people think. If someone's moaning about the price, it was never for them in the first place. I don't care what someone who was never going to buy it thinks, because they were never going to buy it anyway, so it doesn't matter what they think. It only matters what the people who are going to buy it think. And the people who are going to buy it will buy it. So yeah, I've got no interest in pleasing everybody. Kev knows about how to get heat. I know that it's all part of running a successful business. If you've got nobody jealous of you, you're not doing very well. Is my way of looking at it. If you're not ruffling any feathers, what are you actually doing? That's the same notion of all news is good news. If people are moaning about you, that means they're talking about you. Yeah, I mean, it's not even that. It's just there's always going to be... You literally can't please everybody. I mean, you could literally say anything and you'll be able to find somebody who agrees with you and somebody who disagrees with you about anything, any opinion, any statement. It is literally impossible to make everybody happy, especially on the internet. So the only way you've got nobody moaning and nobody hating is because nobody knows who you are. If you're at a point where people are seeing your stuff, then by the very definition of how life works, that means people are going to start hating you. Because you start finding the people who disagree with you. Like, I've put out a video today talking about how some people were disappointed with the Lego convention I was at the weekend because they wanted to buy cheap Lego and there wasn't any there this year. And it's literally just me talking about how expectation management solves that problem. There's no criticism of anybody. At no point am I saying there should be cheap Lego. At no point do I say there should be more shopping. But there's still like 3 or 4 people, last time I checked, who've got quite agitated, arguing with me, making a point that doesn't even counter anything I've said. They've just seen the headline and started arguing, and all it means is people are watching. People know I exist, and they've already decided they don't like me. It's fine. I don't care. If they're arguing with me, they're interacting with my content, which helps the algorithm. We're all good. Right, we are playing Everton. This is probably going to be quite the challenge. You said it several times over, several streams, about the fact there've been no bargains at this year's Bricktastic. Oh, yeah, exactly. But on my Instagram yesterday, I'm going to read what somebody wrote. I can't remember the exact wording of it. But I was like, that is fascinating, the insight you've given me there. Where is it? So it was part of a wider comment. Where is it? Maybe it wasn't this person. I can't find the actual comment, but basically somebody said it was my fault that that people turned up at the convention expecting cheap Lego, because I made a video last year showing all the cheap Lego that was there. So apparently there's a feeling amongst some of the people who displayed at the convention that the reason there were a few people disappointed with the show this year is it's my fault, because I highlighted what was there last year. I'm like, I literally just showed what actually happened. I'm literally just documenting the actuality of the event. These are the things that happened, and I put them in my video. It's not my fault that people turned up. If anything, maybe don't do 1 year where you have mega cheap prices and then not do them the next year. What do they want me to do? The general gist seems to be people are annoyed that I made the video last year showing what was there. And it's a very small handful of people. But some people are annoyed that I made a video showing everybody all the cheap Lego, because it led to people this year turning up expecting cheap Lego. Surely many others made the same video as well. Yeah, the problem is though, and this is going to be allow me a moment of tooting my own trumpet. Nobody saw theirs, so it doesn't have an impact. 1.5 million people saw mine. Nobody saw theirs. I think that's the problem. I did it and know how to package it and made it go viral. So lots of people who'd never even heard of the event before heard about the event for the first time off the back of me showing loads of cheap Lego that was there. So I get it. I get there will be people who went this year having seen my video and expecting more of the same. So that's what my video today was about. My video today was about how the nature of the internet is I can go viral showing really cheap Lego deals. That's easy. People care about that. It will go viral. I can't go viral with saying, but there won't be this year, because nobody cares about that, and that's just not a video that's going to go viral. So the point of my video today was explaining the nature of social media and how it will always be the extremes and like the exciting ridiculous situations that go viral, and the average mundane stuff never will. So there'll always be more people who see that video. And I tried to explain that, and yeah, a few people have taken that as me criticising the event. It's like, right, we've just saved a penalty. Now we can score a goal. Oh, we didn't score a goal. We might score a goal. Of course we scored a goal! And who was going to score it but Frankie McGilligot? That's what he does. There you go. He can do it against Premier League quality defences as well. The man's a machine. He can score all the different types of goals. It's not just headers. Bonell, though, not getting the job done, despite being Championship top scorer for Wigan. It's all very confusing. Bum, bum. Oh, yeah. I'm just scanning back through the thing, through the chat from while I was ranting before, the Trekkies thing. I mean, I've done it for 10 plus years. Anyone who used to watch the vlogs, like I was doing Comic-Con vlogs before I even started vlogging. And it was a thing every time I'd go to Comic-Con, as early as like 2012. I'd walk around Comic-Con, see the Star Wars people with their lightsabers doing their little, I don't know, fake fighting, whatever it is. And I always referred to them as the Star Trek glow stick dancers. And every year there would be a part of the Comic-Con vlog of me stood there like this, big grin on my face with them behind me going, good to see the Star Trek glow stick dancers are here again. And it's been a 15-year-long running gag across all of my channels. And people get furious about it in the Lego content. And it's like, you've got to stop doing that joke, it's just not funny. Yeah, but I get like 10 comments on it every video. So it's one of the main things that's grown the channel, because it's interaction. It helps the algorithm. If you want me to stop doing it, stop commenting on it. And if it bothers you that much, the channel's probably not for you anyway, because goodness me, it's just a silly joke. If you can't cope with me calling Star Wars Star Trek, you will not be able to cope with me in general. Move along. You will not like my sense of humour. It's a good little entry test to see if people will like me. Well, we didn't lose against Everton. That's quite good. Quite good indeed. His happiness is perfect. We'll sign a new contract then. Look, Frankie, I'll give you 12 grand a week. You're only on 2.5 grand a week. You're basically living above a chicken shop. Let me give you money. Surely Huddersfield aren't that tempting. No. Doesn't feel we can meet his expectations. What are his expectations? Because we're paying some people at this club a lot more than we're paying him, and he's here for years. Like, McNally's on 8 grand a week. That's 3 times what McGilligot's earning. Trekkies and Anna Loves Sharks has done just so much for the channel. Has done as much for the channel. Oh yeah, the Anna Loves Sharks thing. I don't even know where that came from. I think I just said it as a throwaway thing. And she reacted to it in a brilliant way. And it was like, oh, this has got potential. And when I had that guy at Starbucks the other day who couldn't remember my name, couldn't remember the channel name, couldn't even remember it was anything to do with Lego. He literally remembered me as the guy who looks for Minions, but then immediately pointed at Anna and said, which means you love sharks. And it's like, oh, okay, that's working. That guy knows Anna loves sharks, but doesn't know my name. That's great. Anna loves sharks should be on a shirt. It is on a shirt, but it's an AI generated shirt, so people won't buy it. I need to get a proper designer to make a proper shirt at some point. It's on my to-do list. Of course it is, because of the shark products, yeah. That's why I would have said it. And it just blew up from there. She does love sharks, though. She's got so many sharks. How could somebody have that many sharks and not love them? It makes no sense. I mean, unless somebody was just buying her sharks every time they saw them to keep the joke going. And who would do a thing like that? No, the fact she's got so many sharks must mean she loves them. You should do the Trekkie line on shows. See, the problem with the Trekkie line is you get into copyright issues with Trekkie. And she at least warmed up to the sharks a little bit. I mean, she's still entirely indifferent to them. You need to get Anna to SeaWorld in Florida. I keep trying to get her to swim with sharks at the Sea Life Centre in Manchester, because at the Trafford Centre, there's a Sea Life Centre right next to the Lego Discovery Centre. So it's like, it's perfect. We can go shop for Lego. She can swim with a shark. One day. Shoot! That's what you do. That is what you do. What a hero. 100,000 subscriber videos, Anna swimming with sharks, then going to buy the Titanic to take on a cruise. That's starting to sound like a very, very expensive 100,000 subscriber video. It was fine saying I'll do the Titanic on a cruise when 100,000 subscribers didn't look likely. It's now looking quite likely. And yeah, it's like, well, that's like a $6,000 incentive there. I need to start putting some money aside for that. The set's expensive itself, but a cruise up into the Arctic Circle so I can actually build it next to an iceberg, you're looking like a 2-week cruise. And I'm going to need a balcony so that I can actually be next to the iceberg when I'm building it. I don't need to add in a trip to SeaWorld as well. Vlog channel will pay for it, hopefully. That would be super duper. Super duper. Oh, everyone is posting their pictures of the Pokemon Lego on Instagram. It's infuriating. I want my new Lego. Oh, my Harry's razors have been dispatched. That's exciting. Lovely stuff. What did I miss? I went and got a ketchup sandwich. Before we talk about what we need to unpack that a little bit. What do you mean you went to get a ketchup sandwich? Is there anything else? Are you describing 2 pieces of bread with some tomato sauce squirted between them? That is fascinating to me. That is more interesting than anything else that's happened on this stream. Well, when they give me early access to sets, when I stop upsetting everybody, I imagine. Salad. Oh, I don't mind a salad cream sandwich. I like salad cream. I mean, I'm not one to talk. I like Marmite and lettuce. That's my sandwich of choice. If I just want a quick snack, lettuce and Marmite sandwich. You get the delicious salty savouriness of the Marmite, but the lettuce adds some crunch and texture. Needs to be iceberg lettuce. You want crispy lettuce. You're not trying to taste the lettuce. You just want some crunch. Otherwise, it's like having school pack-up. It's like, oh yeah, this is just soft bread with Marmite on it. But add the lettuce, you get the crunch. It's beautiful. Football. Ever try crisps as a crunch substrate? I'm not sure crisps would work with Marmite. And then, I guess ready salted would probably... But even then, you're kind of going salty with salty. I don't know that you need it to be that salty. And you certainly wouldn't want other flavours in there with your Marmite, I don't think. We might have to experiment. Right. Let's try and force Bonell again. I'm going to be very interested if we can't get him to work. I do have Marmite crisps. But I don't want Marmite crisps and Marmite, do I? That Marmite and lettuce sandwich is missing some cheddar. Yeah, cheddar would work. On the topic of cheddars, Anna had to walk away from me in Sainsbury's the other day. So I was very upset. And I imagine it's a product that's existed for years. But I love mini cheddars, like the little crisp things that aren't crisps, the little crackers. Mini cheddars, fantastic. But they now have red Leicester flavour. But they're still called cheddars. And I got very upset about that. They should be called Leicesters. And Anna wouldn't agree with me. And just left me to it. But you can't call them cheddars if they're not cheddar flavour anymore. That's absurd. It did make me crosser than it needed to. I'm sure they have had red Leicester flavour for years. I don't often explore the flavours of mini cheddars. It's all cheese, isn't it? I mean, I won't even stand for that. That's close to a timeout. The red Leicester mini cheddars are really good. I'm going to say it quietly. I think they might be better than the cheddar cheddars. Which, if you're not going to change the name to Leicester's, at the very least, if you're having red Leicester cheddars, we also have to have cheddar cheddars. But I do think the red Leicester cheddars are better than the cheddar cheddars. I came home. I bought one of each, obviously, because I'm not a maniac. Came home, immediately had one of each back to back. Can confirm Leicester's are better than cheddars. So now I don't even know what that means for long term. It's complicated. How often does Anna walk away from you in disgust, annoyance? What, a day? Only a handful of times. Love any. What other flavours of cheddar are there? Do they do other cheese? Can I get Stilton's? I don't know if I'd like that. Would I? I mean, I like Stilton. Would I like Stilton's? I tell you what I do like that they had in the discount section in Sainsbury's, snacking cheese. Snacking cheese is good. I vaguely remember bacon mini cheddars. Do they still exist? I mean, that feels like something that's crying out for a Marmite flavour. They must do Marmite flavour mini cheddars. That feels like a no-brainer. Because what I like to do at Christmas, you know when you get the tubs, you get the tub of mini cheddars, you get the tub of Twiglets. I like to eat half of each and then mix them together, give them a shake, and have some cheddars mixed in with my Twiglets. And you get the Twiglet dust all over the cheddars and the cheddar dust all over the Twiglets, and get a little handful, a little bit. Oh, it's incredible stuff. They do Stilton cheddars. Interesting. Where do I buy all of the cheddar flavours from? I need to Google what flavours, how many different flavours of cheddar there are. How many flavours of mini cheddars are there? Right. There are at least 5 to 7 core and popular flavours of Jacob's mini cheddars, with frequent limited editions. Oh my word. Have I been under a rock? The primary range includes original, smoky barbecue, red Leicester, cheese and onion, and cheese and pickle. Other varieties often found include cheddar and caramelised onion and sour cream and chive. The core range is apparently original, smoky barbecue, red Leicester, and cheese and onion. And there are new limited editions for 2025, so this is already out of date, but cheese and red onion, cream cheese, and garlic and herb. There's no mention of Marmite flavour, though. Or Stilton. I feel like I've been lied to. Luke McNally's going to retire? I mean, it's probably for the best because he's got a 2-year contract for match highest earner clause. He does start regularly for us, but it probably won't hurt to get that highest earner clause removed. Not a fan of Cheddar's, just a bit too... You're a bit too dry, Topher. Get a wetter mouth. Have a mouthful of Holy and then start munching on your Cheddars. Which, by the way, I got a message from Holy the other day. Apparently they now have a Holy tier list that they've got set up. We're not going to do it today, but we might do it at some point. They know how to do internet marketing, it seems. But yeah, we have a tier list of all the different Holy flavours. And the problem with it for me is it's only the pictures. And I don't know them by picture. I need it to have the words on there. Which is the one I like. It has like a lime with a hat on, I think. I need to find my flavour. That's it. That's my flavour. This one. Get it up there. That's all you need to know. That is your S tier flavour. It's all in German. That's the problem. Zooming in doesn't help. I love how all the ads are for Lego. I mean, the ads are targeted at you. They're not set on my end. So if you're getting ads for Lego, that means you want some Lego. That's how it works. Oh, my ads. Were they for Lego? Really? Oh, they're not now. I mean, it's still appropriate. They're now QuickBooks. Oh, there's Lego. Yeah, right. QuickBooks and Lego. That does kind of summarise my 2026 so far. So I guess that works. Right. Whoever's just compared cheddars to Whatsits, that's a timeout, I think. Whatsits are the devil's, not confectionery, the devil's snack. I hate Whatsits. Whereas cheddars are excellent. But I generally don't like cheese flavoured crisps. I don't like Quavers. I don't like Whatsits. I don't like the cheesy Doritos. Cheddars are great though. Football! We're in the bed car! Finally! Come on, there is pandemonium in the stands because we're in the bed car. Come on! Beautiful. I'm very happy. Love the bed car. Does anyone else go in the bed car every night? Get in my bed and then I drive it like a car off to my dream. Done it since I was a kid. All about the bed car. Love it. Which reminds me, where are my new sleep headphones that I ordered? Why are they not here yet? I ordered them when I was in Manchester. They should be here by now. That's a penalty kick. Because Anna can't stand the sound of my travel CPAP machine. It's very loud. And I don't want to have to take the big one to Florida. So I've ordered us both a set of sleep earbuds that apparently stay in your ears while you're asleep. And you can like play podcasts through and music, white noise. Hoping that it will block out the sound of my really loud travel CPAP machine. Do you wear your Apple Watch to sleep? Yes. How do you find the tracking of sleep if I use it? I think it's very accurate. It's really good. The only time my Apple Watch is taken off is when I'm in the shower. And that seems to be enough to... I mean, I say in the shower. I have a poo and a shower and, like, brush my beard and do all my face products. It's like the half an hour when I get out of bed and I'm getting ready. I just stick the watch on the charger while I'm doing that. And it's otherwise it's worn the whole of the rest of the day. So it tracks everything. I don't have a poo in the shower, but my poo pot is next to my shower. So I poo into the poo pot and then have a shower. I'm not allowed to poo in the shower. It would be more efficient. I do have an Ultra. I have an Ultra 2. And I was looking at, because I had it on a contract because I had the mobile data on it. And I had it for 2 years and barely used it, so I've just cancelled the contract. And I was like, well, that means I've had it 2 years. Shall I look at the 3? Shall I get an Ultra 3? And I just couldn't see a reason to upgrade to the Ultra 3. So I'm just sticking with the Ultra 2. It's not like me to stick with an old piece of tech, but I don't think they've massively upgraded it. So, yeah, I have the Ultra 2 with my new strap that I bought in Gouda because I broke my other strap getting onto the metro in Rotterdam. I had to go a day without my watch and had to buy a new strap the first time I saw an Apple store. It's 70, 80 euros I think it cost me. Are they normally that expensive? That basically means I can't upgrade for at least a year. I've just spent 80 euros on a watch strap. And it's not even an official Apple one. They were 100 euros. This is some third party one. But it was bright orange, which is what I wanted, so I'm happy. Kick him. Or him. I don't plan my poos as such, but they are on a schedule. I have one first thing in the morning, and then I go again after my first coffee. So I've usually done 2 by 9 a.m. and then I'll have another one before the stream, like 6:30. And occasionally there'll be an emergency one in the middle of the day if I drink too much caffeine. I'm very regular. Do, 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 do. 3 poos a day seems quite excessive. I eat 3 meals a day. McGilligot! Come on then! And I have had a doctor tell me I have a sparkling clean colon, so I'm doing something right. I don't leave it in there to fester for very long. Are you enjoying this edit, Topher? We're talking about poo. I'm impressed how little you leave the stream to pee. I've got a large bladder. I imagine as I get old, that'll be when you know I'm really starting to get old, when I have to start having a midstream pee-pee. But I never stream for longer than like 3 hours. I can go 3 hours without having a wee. I used to be a travelling salesman. I trained myself to have a wee in the morning before I left home, and then have my next one when I got home 8 or 9 hours later. And I'm not quite to that extreme now, but like I'll probably go to the Lego store and back again without having a pee while I'm out tomorrow. Is that not normal? I'll leave the home at like I don't live in a home. I'll leave home at like 8 in the morning and get back probably about lunchtime. And I won't pee while I'm out unless I have an accident. Do I always have a big wee after the stream? No, not really. I'll have one before bed. That's why you poo so much. A massive bladder takes up all the space. Yeah, maybe. I don't do stand-up wees very often, to be honest. Probably only once a day. Maybe twice a day I'll have a stand-up wee. Most of the time it's just coming out when I'm having one of my many poos. Mostly depends how much water you drink. I don't drink any water, but I do drink 2 flasks of Holy a day. I get through 2 of these a day now, so that's 2 litres. Plus I still have my 3 coffees a day, and that's pretty much all I drink now. 2 refills on this bad boy. Or I guess 1 fill and 1 refill if we're going to be pedantic. And 3 cups of coffee. And maybe a peppermint tea before bed. So I guess I'm having about 3 litres of liquid a day. I know someone who poos twice a week. Goodness me. I'd need to dig a trench in the garden to do it in if I only did it twice a week. There's no way 3 days worth of poo would fit in one flush. They must be flushing midway through. We are getting closer and closer to being top of the league, I think. 2 points behind Birmingham. Interesting. Posture check. There you go. I needed that actually. My back is starting to become uncomfortable. Right, Flower's going to leave in January. That's fine. We don't need him. Elliot Anderson's playing in the Championship, apparently. Still playing for Forest as well. I suggest he might need an upgrade in the next patch. 70k. Yeah, that's business. How's my heel? Much better now I've got old man shoes. I said the other day, I don't think I'm old man shoes for life, but I think I'm old man shoes for now. I'll probably wear my old man shoes for Florida. Might get a second pair. Just because I imagine there's quite a high possibility of them getting wet in Florida. And I did notice that in Manchester. That they're not at all close to waterproof. One look at a puddle and they're horrible. But I'll still wear cool shoes if I do stuff like panels or stuff. If I'm ever on a stage, I'll be in cool shoes. If there's ever an opportunity where people can see my feet, I'll wear proper shoes. But when I'm just doing old man things, they do waterproof old man shoes. Do they? Interesting. I might have to investigate that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Being in Florida, my shoes will get wet, so I at least need a second pair so that I can wear one while the other's drying. But if I can get a waterproof pair, that's probably even better. If you get promoted this year, do you think it would be the smallest transfer budget I've ever had in the Premier League? Probably. Because we've got no money at all. Might just get wet from sweating. I don't sweat. I'm too cool to sweat. Taylor Titterton. What a name. I think Taylor Titterton got bullied at school. It shows that I don't pay any attention to the news because I have no idea what the Prince Andrew joke that can be made there is. I can see several of you have typed those words. I don't get it. I don't pay any attention at all. And I don't need anyone to explain it to me. Check top scorers for Sweetheart Patrick. He doesn't exist. Sweet Bert Patrick. What a name. Sweet Bert Patrick. I mean, if he's that quick, we could get him alongside McGilligot. Sweetbert's a great name though. Goodness me, we've got someone watching on Kick. Hello, person watching on Kick from Turkey. How you doing? Right, let's do a football. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Everybody on Twitch and YouTube say hello to the person watching on Kick. We like having people watching on Kick. There you go. There, you won't see it because I don't have chat on screen, which apparently I'll be able to start doing soon because Twitch are actually going to let you do it. Have multi-chat on the screen, so you'll all be able to see what's going on all the platforms, which will be quite nice. But we do have a sea of people saying hello to you now, so they're all being very welcoming. But yeah, hopefully I need to talk to Matt about how we do it and where we position it on screen. But I think it certainly between the Twitch and the YouTube chat, it could get confusing, I imagine, when I'm chatting to someone on one platform and you're watching on the other. It's probably less of an issue on Kick, where we only ever have like 3 people watching. But yeah, we'll have a combined chat somewhere on the screen. I don't know where we'll put it. Maybe we'll move my box up a little bit and put it under me, or maybe we'll put it above me here and just have like 3 lines above me. But yeah, I need to talk to Matthew about how we do that. Have your face in the middle and chat under it. What, right in the middle of the screen here? Instead of the Football Manager. Will Block Party ever do Twitch and YouTube? Maybe. I mean, we've tried before and it melted my laptop. So it won't be something we can do until we get the office. And then there'll have to be a decision of, do I use my existing Twitch? Or do I try and start again on Twitch, on a Block Party Twitch account, knowing that I then won't be a partner for however long it takes to become a partner. If Twitch want to partner me a second account, then yes, please. Oh, I guess we could just do it on here. I guess it's less important on Twitch than it is on other platforms to segregate the content. It's Johnny Day! So maybe we could just stream the Block Party stuff here. Problem is, the chat would be for the entire stream. This isn't Football Manager. Oh, is this the new match engine? And I don't know that I could cope with it. It might get too annoying. But yeah, we can't do it here because I just stream off my MacBook on Wi-Fi, and we tried to do it for the 24-hour stream last year, and it lasted about 40 minutes before the laptop just melted. I think there is like a hobbies category on Twitch. There might even be like a build. I think there is a category, or a very close to Lego category on Twitch. I'm sure there is. There's an arts and crafts category, and it might go in there then, I guess. Oh, there is a Lego category. There you go. So, yeah, it would be really easy to just move into the Lego category. Because we've streamed Lego on Twitch before. My first Lego stream was on Twitch when we built Camp Nou from the old office. That was before Block Party even existed. We streamed that. That was one of the reasons Block Party exists, because I just started doing Lego content in other places. I did it on my vlog TikTok and here on Twitch. And it was really popular, so we spun it off into its own thing. Lego isn't an art. It is a craft, though. There won't be a Lego stream tomorrow. No, me and Anna are out. And I need to get the Pokemon video out anyway. So there probably wouldn't have been, even if we'd have been here, we'd have moved it to Saturday night. But we also can't do that because it's my dad's birthday party. Rafa Benitez is 70, everybody. Who'd have thought? So we're going out for that with Father Chapman. As my dad made sausages recently. He did make me some sausages at Christmas, but then forgot to give them to me. Put them in his freezer, but then unplugged his freezer. So then he had to eat them. This is the story that I got on a series of text messages about 3 weeks ago. The bottom line was, you know, those sausages I made you, I've eaten them all. That was the general gist of it. There's nobody here. They all left. Everybody, yeah. Right. Let's tickle my little rascals. I am getting worried that we're getting closer and closer to the January window. And we're going to get a big offer. And then we're going to have to make a very difficult decision. Because if we were offered like £15 million for him, realistically we have to sell him. Because we could rebuild the entire club with £15 million. The problem is, if we keep him, there's a very good chance we're a Premier League team next year. Which will make us even more than £15 million. But that's a gamble. Like I say, at the moment, I don't think doing Lego on Twitch is doable. But I mean, the Lego streams we do on YouTube get way more views than the FM ones. We average like 500 people in the, like 400 or 500 people in the Lego streams that we do twice a week on Block Party. That's just on YouTube. So they're certainly popular. Where's McGilligot? Where has he gone? What's happened here? Who the hell are all these people? Oh, they're all resting. Balls to that. Get the best 11 out there. There you go. Do 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 do. Offshore wasted. What youth player are we checking on? I don't believe you have one. FM26 has ruined everything. FM24 launch is incredible. It's not ruined everything. It's this is what I was trying to explain to somebody the other day. And you can tell who's been doing it a long time and who are the new ones. But I still get, both on Twitch and YouTube, I still get way more views on FM content than I got immediately before COVID happened. And then we had the explosion caused by COVID, and it never really went back down. But that's still only half the time that I've been an FM YouTuber has benefited from that crazy COVID. It was basically middle of 2020 to late 2024. They were the glory years, and it might never go back to that kind of level. That was when a lot of new creators came along, lots of new types of content came along. Everyone was getting loads of views, and it was easy. And now we're just having a period where we're back where we were, like I say, 2019, first half of 2020. And that's fine, because I'd already been full-time for 3 years when that happened. You know, I can live off these kind of numbers. And ultimately, we're going to end up with a better game eventually. Was renamed Jacob Donovan. I will have a look after this match. Could also be TikTok stealing all the viewers. I mean, it's not. Am I in the wrong universe? You might be in the wrong universe. I don't know. We'll find out after this match. Yeah, if there's one thing I'm pretty confident about at this point, it's that FM content doesn't really work on TikTok. It's why I don't even try. FM news content works okay on there. And the experiment stuff, if it was nicely edited, I'm sure would work on there. But the type of content I make doesn't work on TikTok. So my viewers are not watching TikTok instead of watching me. I know that for sure. FM content on TikTok needs a lot of packaging, which is like the opposite of what works on TikTok normally. FM is a weird thing on TikTok because usually highly edited TikToks don't perform well. TikTok is the platform of like immediacy and authenticity, and like I deliberately record a lot of my TikToks with my phone in my hand with no microphone, and they almost always perform better than the ones where I'm sat at my desk with the proper camera on a tripod with a proper microphone. I can record the same video 2 different ways, and the one that is shaky, bad audio on a phone will perform better because it immediately comes across as more authentic. So the idea that for FM you need to be really highly edited and polished really goes against how TikTok works in every other genre. And to be honest, TikTok doesn't pay enough to justify all that editing. Even in my best months on TikTok, and I got like 35 million TikTok views last year. Even in the best month, I never made more than like a grand on there. And that's not enough to pay an editor for the level of editing and the volume you'd need from them. So there's just no incentive to do it. I am singing Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah, Thomas the Tank Engine's great. Did I do well from the TikTok shop stuff I did? Some of them did all right. I sold a lot of underpants. And I sold a lot of little 3D printed hooks for putting Lego cars on walls. Didn't really sell a lot of anything else. I think what I learned about that is it doesn't really pay. I don't really get why people do it, because it doesn't really pay well enough to justify doing it unless it really aligns with your content so well, or you can find a really funny hook. Like the reason that I sold so many pants is because everyone saw my wang, so that made it get views, which in turn led to purchases. The Lego one worked because it was on a Lego channel and it was a Lego product. It perfectly aligned. But I don't think anyone is buying what are some of the things I tried to flog. I don't think anyone is buying those little crisp things that are made of corn off of the guy who goes shopping at Jellycat just because he says the crisps are nice. I think you have to be really tightly aligned with your content. And even then, you don't make as much money as you would just from doing a brand deal. So you're better off. Because this is what I've learned with TikTok and Instagram over the last year, because I can finally do them. I finally figured them out. you shouldn't be looking to make money off the platform, either through TikTok Shop or through the creator program, or whatever they call it. The way you make money on them is brand deals. Like I did a brand deal with Tesco, I did a brand deal with The Entertainer, I did a brand deal with Smith's Toys. I've done brand deals with alternate brick companies, and they pay way more than I would ever get from any other income source on those platforms. Do I watch other Lego content creators? Not a huge amount. Same reason I don't really watch other Football Manager content creators. I don't want to accidentally steal ideas. Like, I wouldn't consciously steal ideas, but you can... I know how my brain works. Stuff could percolate in there for months and then be regurgitated back out again. It's like, oh God, someone else did that. So I try to avoid it as much as possible. Does that mean Tofi gets paid more than £1,000? I mean, he'd need paying more than £1,000 for editing 3 highly edited Football Manager TikToks a day, yeah. I mean, that is full-time work. He'd need paying a full-time salary. Plus, I'd need to be making as much money as he was to justify it. Like, in order to do like 3 TikToks a day in that highly edited style, they'd need to be able to generate like 4 or 5 grand a month, so that I could give half to an editor, which wouldn't be Topher because he hates them, and then keep half for myself to justify doing it. And I just don't think it's possible. I don't think you can make that kind of money from Football Manager content on TikTok. So for me, it's not worth doing. Right, we were looking at a youth player, weren't we? Jacob Donovan. Must be in the other universe. So I'm afraid I can't check on him for you. I think my phone's listening to you. I've just had a pop-up from Whatnot for Jellycat stuff. I really want that brand deal. Whatnot. Come on now. I've been doing Lego content for 2 years. When am I getting the call? I've been a Twitch partner for 10 years. And I create Lego content. Why are you not sponsoring me to do Lego Whatnots? What's happened there? How have we fallen through that net? Come on now. Come on now. I will hydrate. Right. Oh, we will change season expectations. We are going to finish in the top... Oh, actually, hold on. Where does it stop making a difference? So going to avoid relegation, that goes up to 115 grand. Avoid a relegation battle, we get an extra grand. Mid-table finish, nothing changes. Top half, nothing changes. Reach playoffs, nothing changes. So we may as well just leave it at avoid a relegation battle. And then we can still overperform, but we get a little bit more money to do it with. Which, oh my word. Oh my word. Right, boys and girls, I think we're going to knock it on the head there. I know we're a little early, but it makes sense to do the whole January transfer window on Tuesday, and then we can get it all in one video for old man Topher. So we're currently 5 points behind Birmingham, are in second place, but looking good for the playoffs. But the big worry is the transfer window is now open, and there are clubs interested in some of our key players, including McGilligot, who I can't find. Hang on. Who's nicked him? Have we already sold him? Oh, no, there he is. So, oh, in fact, no one is interested. Right, now can we offer him a contract? No, he still doesn't think we can pay him enough. We've got a big January ahead of us. Can I full screen the table? Of course I can. There you go. Look at that. What a table. We're not getting relegated, are we? And that was the important thing going into this season. But boys and girls, as I say, we will wrap things up there. And I'll see you next Tuesday. By which point, I'll have finished my Magikarp. And hopefully I've built some Pokemon Lego that should arrive tomorrow. But I do need an early night so I can have an early start and get to the Lego store in the morning. So if anyone else is going to be there, I'll see you there. I'm going to try and buy all the Pokemon Lego so you can't have any. But for now, toodle pip. Bye-bye. Bye. Goodbye. Seriously. Bye.